Welcome, Panther fans, to another edition of Panther Preview. Coach, Singing River Classic, a win last Friday night, and gosh, man, we needed that.
Yeah, my wife told me that she's going to have to start doing some hair replacement therapy on me. Because what a game. I mean, that's what a rivalry is supposed to be like. Honestly, it was one of the best comebacks I've ever been involved in. And those kudos to Coach High and his staff and the Gautier players. They did a great job coming across the river and competing and just played really, really hard. And, that game wasn't decided until the final whistle.
Well, they got after us the first whistle from that point forward.
Well, first whistle, we get the ball.
Well,
then we didn't do anything with it. So, again, we were able to get the ball right off the bat. So, that was our plan, was to try to get a fast start there. We had an opportunity in the corner right there, the end zone. Weren't able to execute, and they get the ball, go right downfield. They score on us, go up 6-0. We're able to block an extra point, and they go up 6-0. And we really don't do anything else until about 2.5 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Everything was going Gautier's way. We'd just given away a turnover. We had a missed block on a screen, and the ball was intercepted, taken to the end zone. We're down 21-0. You could have the body was there, but there was no life. And then all of a sudden, a couple of guys stepped up and started making plays. Cam DeFlanders, Amari Jackson. They start doing little things right. All of a sudden, our offensive line, kudos to them. You get Jeremiah Moore, you get Squirrel, you get Chris Taylor up there, you get Tristan Fortenberry making some blocks, Quentin Johnson doing some good things, and all of a sudden, we start moving down the field, and we cap that drive off with with what could have been tragedy or a disaster turns into a silver lining. We fumble the ball into the end zone. Tank Bishop falls on it, scores the first touchdown of his career.
I didn't know it was Tank. I thought it was a receiver. I couldn't see.
And it couldn't have happened in the most important time. And we needed that. We needed that momentum. So we fall on the ball, we get the touchdown. All of a sudden, bam! It's it's a 21-7 ball game. Halftime comes around. We come inside, and people always ask, "What did you tell them to motivate them, Coach? You must have really got on them." No, we didn't. We just came in and talked about who we said we were going to be. I said, guys, the plan is the plan. We just got to execute the plan. I said, each one of you has an opportunity to take care of your job on every play. And that's all we talked about. We talked about being who we said we were going to be when the night started.
Well, I'll tell you this. You can say that you don't say anything to them when you get in that locker room. You might not hoop and holler. It's the way you say it. You motivate them boys. When they come out, they play. And this last Friday night wasn't the only. I have seen this as long as you've been here, the dramatic change that needs to be made so many times that it's made at halftime, and they go back out. It's a different team.
It's a compliment to the players. It's a compliment to the coaches on staff. I have very little to do with it. Harold and
I figured that's what you would say.
But it's all about the team coming together as a team.
Absolutely.
Coaches, players together, trusting in one another. We come out. Our goal was to go score first drive. We don't. We have a couple of, we don't execute right there at the beginning. But then the defense, Coach Bishop and his defense came up big. They got their their second forced punt of the game. We were forced a 3-and-out, and then the offense goes right down the field. Puts the ball in the end zone, 21-14. All right, next series, Gautier drives the field. They're inside their own 20. Tylen Wilson came away with the first of 2 big interceptions on the night. He intercepts the ball. We get it on the 20. We go down. We make it a 21-21 ball game.
Can I back you up just?
Yeah.
Let's go back to 6-0. Okay. Of course, they missed the extra point, made it 6-0. They come back, they score again. They elect to go for the 2-point conversion. This is the most talked about play that I get. The non-catch.
I
just wanted to make sure that was
all
the
non-catch. You know what? Everybody's entitled to their opinions, but the video evidence proves otherwise. You have to complete the catch. The guy's on his back. He's at the back of the end zone, and the ball's in the blue.
Yeah.
You can call it what you want to call it, but doesn't matter. It's part of the game.
Then it went 14 to 0.
Went 14-0, then 21-0. But all of that was immaterial because at the end of the day, we needed to do our job.
Absolutely.
So we score. You know, we're able. Cam to Flanders takes it into the end zone, makes it 21-21. Gautier gets the ball back. You know, kudos to their quarterback, their receivers, their running back, 13. You know, really hard-working back for them and a hard-running guy. He takes it down the field, but like I said, Tylen intercepts in the end zone. We get it, and that was big. That was big for us. So then, second half, you know, they go down, score, make it 27-21, and you know, it's interesting. At that point, our guys, we go down, we score, and go up 28-27, and we need a big stop. We need a big stop. And a couple of times we thought we had it. Right off the bat, we get a pass interference on a 3rd and long, 4th and long. They get another shot at it, or was it a late hit? It was.
I think it was pass interference, but the receiver had a step on him. If he wouldn't have done that, that was possible 6 points.
Yeah, I mean, and sometimes you take the penalty. You take the penalty and you move on and you play 4 more downs. And we were able to play those last 4 downs. And then Tylen Wilson, of course, I think it was on 2nd or 3rd downs, able to pick the ball off. And, you know, we were able to take a knee and get out of there with a victory. And in the Singing River Classic, that is a classic ending to a great rivalry. And there are many stories that go through, from the interception return for a touchdown, Jay Parnell's senior year, to you know, the lights going out. Yeah. You know, field goals, Grant Warren's field goal to win it all in 2010 that started the decade-long run of Panther wins over Gautier. And this ended their 3-year run.
I catch it from the Gautier faithful and a lot of good friends, okay? And they start their bantering back and forth, and I just say, I got one word for you: 10. When you hit 10, then you talk to me.
Yeah. Well, that's you know, I've been involved in one other series that went a long time, and once it starts going back and forth again, it's a back and forth battle every year, and that's exactly what's expected out of this game. And I just love the game, love what it means for our community, brings a lot of people together, and just you know, it was a good night for the Panthers. We were due for a good night. I think our seniors, this is the first time they'd ever beaten the Gautier football team in their career, 7th grade through 12th grade. So, you know, a fitting end to a career, and that was for those guys in this rivalry.
Well, I'm going to tell you what,
exclamation point.
The Gators come over here, and they are going to compete in their division.
Absolutely.
There's
they're
a
really
lot of talent on that field. And Baguette, is that how it's pronounced? Baguette? The little 13, the running back, he's a 10th grader. Isn't he? So we're going to have to deal with him 2 more years.
There are, you know, they've got a well of a team over there, and Coach Hyde and the staff do a really good job. They execute their offense really well, and defensively they get out after you. You know, 99-14, 2 really good players for them. So again, we're just glad to be able to put that in the rearview mirror.
In the rearview mirror.
And then now we have on to D'Iberville.
D'Iberville. They are always tough.
Last time we were 3-0, we came out here against D'Iberville, and they held us to -5 yards passing and beat us pretty bad.
Well, let's talk
28-0, I believe.
Let's talk about last year's double
overtime. We're up 28-14, 28-7.
Yeah.
They throw a pass downfield, got a guy 2 yards downfield, flags thrown, they wave it off, give them the touchdown. It becomes 28-14. On the following kickoff, we're backed up in the end zone. We fumble into the end zone, I think, or
it was a snowball. It was rolling downhill.
Then all of a sudden it's 28-27. Then we score, make it 35-27. Something. It was crazy, but it ends up we go into overtime, double overtime, and we run a glance route here in the end zone. We think we've got it caught, and we're able to extra point away from tying the game or a 2-point conversion from.
A couple of them did this, and one of them did that.
But you know, the whole thing on that is I learned a valuable lesson. I talked to some officials about it, and my receiver, you know, that was a different game. But go there. But again, that was just one of those plays where we had a chance to take care of business early in the fourth quarter, and we actually fumble out of the end zone, and it's called back. Instead of being 35-14, it's still 28-14 or something like that. So again, we learn from our mistakes. We've got to make sure that we play all 4 quarters, no matter.
It's a hostile environment we're going into. I mean,
D'Iberville's a tough place to win.
Wow, that you got to really play good football to walk away with a win.
They played two people that compete for state championships in Columbia and Picayune, and they played them really tough. Gautier's really good football team. They played them tough. They're able to score points. They line up on defense. They play hard. Offensively, they get after you. They force you to play four down football. A lot of their play action's really good. So, we're in for a battle. There's no doubt about it. It's great to be 3-0, but the way I tell our kids to look at it is we're 0-0 this week. We want to be 1-0 Friday night. And if we can maintain that humility and work as if we were 0-0, or work even as if we were 0-3, just keep working and put the work in. Today, it's Tuesday in Gula, so it's a tough day for us to get out there, but we want to go out. We want to execute our offense and defense. We want to sharpen that saw today, and then continue to do that on Wednesday, Thursday, so that Friday we can go perform. And I sure would like us to be a first and second half team instead of just second half. I tell you,
we walked away with that win, and but yeah, I get it. 4 quarters of football, Coach. Let's move on just a little bit. Let's talk about the tickets, and you also have the cards.
Oh yeah, so tickets will be available through GoFan or at the gate. I believe it's a Harrison County School District event. D'Iberville Stadium's right off of I-110, so you can take Lamy Bridge Road and go south right to the stadium. But we're kicking off our big fundraiser for the year. What we really want to do is do some really nice things to close out the year for these guys. But our quarterback club was able to get some discount cards, which are phenomenal. I don't have my glasses on anymore, but I can tell you Paradise Deli and Grill, New York Pizza, Dairy Queen, Brady's, Lenny's, Sonic, Italian Bistro, Crazy Bees, Popeyes, and Trina's. All local businesses. The card's $20. See a football player or a coach to buy one, or member of the quarterback club. They're $20 a piece, and it's 100% of the profit comes back to the quarterback club. And yep, you just got your card, but literally it'll pay for itself in just a couple of uses. It's not something that's going to cost you money in the long run. It's going to save you money in the long run. So we encourage everyone to get a card. Pascagoula's got our schedule on it, so you know where we play each week. I know we're going into week 4, but we have 6 games left. We're going to sell these, start where they're going to be available for about 2 weeks. And you'll have these, and then they'll be good for the next 6 months to be able to go out there and reap the benefits of getting a card and supporting your Panthers. So with that, Harold, thank you for being here today. Thank you for providing us the opportunity to get out and talk to the Panther faithful. And join us Friday night, 7 p.m. D'Iberville.
D'Iberville. If you can't be there, you catch us on Gulf Coast Sports Media. You can find us on Facebook and YouTube. So until Friday night, we'll see you in D'Iberville.